Welcome back to Crypto Spaces, back with another Monad update for you guys. If you guys hear the roosters outside, just know, I'm from the Caribbean. It's super early in the morning, but I gotta get these updates out for you guys, man. As a fellow Monad investor, all the fellow Monad investors that are tuned in. Monad right now just under 0.022 cent, 2135 cent, 231 million market cap, 110 million in volume. Volume is down a bit, down 20%. That's okay though, at 2.13 billion in FDV. That's okay if the volume is down, man. Like, honestly, I don't know if you guys have been, paying attention this whole year for the space, but I've been paying attention, and it has been the most difficult year for me in the crypto space. And I was here in the 2022 bear market, and it didn't feel this bad. It really didn't. And that was with FTX collapsing, Terra Luna collapsing. This year particularly felt really tough, man. Extremely tough, right? But this is when you have to pay attention to the space, when the fear and greed index is all the way down at fear, and extreme fear for many days at a time, the longest we've seen in a long time. That's when you pay attention. That's when you start looking at potential altcoins. Even if we do drop lower, because a lot of people expect a bear market next year, even if we do drop lower, your DCA, man, because just like how fast crypto can go down, it could go back up just as fast. The projects that that have solid fundamentals, especially, create those 100x opportunities for you if you just have $1,000 to $10,000 to invest, right? And that's why we're in the space, right? Most people don't have six figures in savings, right? Multiple six figures in savings, right? Let alone millions, right? So that's why we're in this space, to make a change for ourselves financially, and we don't have to, work for years upon years until we're retired, and then our body isn't working anymore at 65, 60 plus years old. Our body's not functioning anymore, and that's when we retire. That's when we go, travel to Dubai and Egypt and Switzerland and all these other places in the world, right? After we're already old, right? Nah, I don't think that should be everyone's I know I'm rambling right now, but I don't think that should be for everyone, right? Just like how there's content creators and very smart developers, etc., that have to change their lives financially at a young age. Anyone can accomplish this in this space as well too, right? But if if you're already up in that age, and you're still trying, it's nothing but maximum respect for me, man. And that's why we have projects like Monad that are fresh altcoins, new, no bag holders, great technology, right? Just like how Ethereum and Cardano and Avalanche were the top altcoins, layer ones of the past, right? Monad has come into 2025, going into 2028 with that new technology, just like how eventually MySpace and MySpace evolved. Then we went to Facebook, then we went to Instagram, then we went to TikTok. This space is consistently evolving, and the next iteration of that evolution is Monad with its L1, processing 10,000 TPS, 10,000 transactions per second on EVM, right? That is so bullish. Like I said, it's pretty much a powerhouse of mixing Solana and Ethereum together, fusing them together on steroids. You get Monad, right? And if you like Ethereum, which is the first place smart contracts got innovated, and if you like Solana, where smart contracts got pushed to the limit, where transactions are so fast, sleek, very smooth, etc., so you would want to have exposure to Monad, because in that way you get the best of both worlds, right? Solana, lacking in the decentralization front, right? So again, Monad looking great here. I'm personally a mega bull on Monad. I've used the network. I love the community there. Every spaces I join, every person I talk to in the community, it feels like a cult. And this is how the XRP community is, and we see how successful XRP is. And I've used the XRP network, and it's so terrible in comparison to like Monad or Solana, right? But XRP is still sitting above a 50 billion market cap valuation or something super high, right? Yeah, $112 billion valuation. And from my personal opinion, right, it's just because the XRP holders are cult-like, because the utility of XRP I don't see it. I really don't see I use the XRP chain, right? The ledger, XRP ledger, XRPL. And in my opinion, it is ass. It is terrible compared to like Solana or Monad or even Ethereum, right? Ethereum, lowered their gas fees. Ethereum is not as expensive anymore. So you know what I mean? Like, I'm just speaking from experience. And XRP is at 112 billion in market cap. No disrespect, right? I'm just saying, like, the XRPL, the network itself I hated using it and trying to use it, man. It was not appealing to me at all. Now, Monad, I said, you know what, let me try using Monad. I hopped into Monad, bridged over some ETH, bridged over some Sol. It was so smooth, so easy, so fast. I was like, yo, this is fun. I talked to people in the community. I'm like, yo, these people are so cool, right? I can see this going to, crazy levels similar to what we saw with XRP because of that. It has the cultish community, but it also has the technology to back it, right? And this is why you see on Squawk Box on CNBC, which I showed you guys in a previous video, where an investor, again, hedge fund VC guys, TradFi guys saying, oh, we bought Monad at 2 cents because we see it as, the future of the crypto space, one of the many innovations that the crypto space has, and we think this is Monad is a great place to invest, right? Because we could see it as the Solana killer, right? The Solana, the XR, is it better we call it the XRP killer? But that aside, it's very interesting what's happening in the space right now. A lot of people think bear market is happening, but eyes to the ground, I still think there's going to be great opportunities in 2026, and I think Monad will be one of those. As you can see from peak, Monad is number 22 in DeFi TVL. My prediction was it will be top 20 by January 2026. Mon would be the next Solana in 2026. And this is what I've been saying. I've been, telling people, this is the vision I've seen for Monad. Remember the 2020 to 2021 Solana, not 2023 to 2024. I'm talking about the Solana. The first move in Solana when it was launched, it was brand new. The ecosystem didn't have, a massive boom as yet. But then it launched, it was around 200, less than, as we can see here, it was around 100 million circulating to, 200 mil, less than a billion circulating in 2020, right? The end of 2020. And then all the way up for 1 year, a 1 year expansion pushed it all the way up to 74 billion in market cap, right? And that was Solana 2020 to 2021. I think Monad is in the same spot, right? I really think that Monad is in the same spot going into 2026, right? Just a year of positive price action and a year of the ecosystem rapidly expanding for Monad. That's what I think is destined for Monad. Going in, even if it's not fully 2026, going into 2027, end of 2027, I still think it's gonna be, the precursor to it will be in 2026. Even though people think it's a bear market year, I think there will still be outlier altcoins like Monad, in my opinion, right? I could be wrong, but if I'm wrong, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, Monad set up in a great spot right now, top 22 by TVL. It's freaking fantastic what is happening here, and I'm super bullish. So let me get your thoughts down below. As always, none of this is financial advice. Like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next